Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to Stellaris and welcome back to the Mictor Incorporators. As you can see, our war with the United Triac has basically ended. We did sue for peace, just a blank peace after we conquered everything except for one system. This is basically now a laboratory for us to see if these guys can still evolve in an interesting way, and that we might need to incorporate them into our incorporation later on, of course. So this is a choice that is also non-story wise here, to make sure that we don't piss off the Lachax conservers too much. Yeah, that's what they're called. These guys are obviously still overwhelming compared to us, and that is quite a problem. Does mean that everyone else has become pathetic, and I must say that yeah, these guys are super strong. Let's just add some more ships to the queue here at the moment. I think anything here, yeah, we should still look into upgrading these guys as well. Let's see if we can do an upgrade for our fleets. Like that. And as you can tell here, we now are starting to have intercepting a message. Someone else here evangelizing zealots. Well, they'll join us soon enough here. Allows terraforming. I actually think that that's really cool. And augmentations will be completed quite soon. Now, down here, apparently these guys still had a lot of growth to do, and we stopped that by incorporating them into our civilization. And this does mean that we have some exploration to do, some building up as well, and that we will need influence to grab all of this territory. On top of that, from time to time, you have pirates as well. So we've got this fleet normally. Oh, we asked it to go and upgrade. That's the problem. We'll send this fleet to clean this up. But at the same time, something interesting happened as well. I'm not sure what these guys are called actually. The Frubralav free warriors offered to put a fleet into our service for a limited amount of time. And I actually paid 9,000 energy to pick them up on that. Two reasons. My energy is pretty damn high. It's in fact so high that I was capped out. And so I decided to spend it. And here you can see this is really awesome. Look at that. All these guys now are part of our empire. They're all cybernetic humanoids, so they have been assimilated. And yeah, these planets with very little effort basically are now up and running and are quite efficient. So absolutely love that. But let's get back to our mercs, which are down here. And this is the fleet that we leave be for now, that we bought, so that we hired, I should say, 7.4k, pretty nice. And I think that we're basically going to try and use them as a battering ram for the crystalline entities up there. Now, we're not going to send them in alone. That would be complete suicide. So we are going to send our own fleets here with them. And in the meantime, this fight happens here. But alright, the scientist develops new skins. That's always okay. Yeah, this episode is going to be, of course, the consolidation after the first race has been incorporated into our own civilization. And to my surprise, I thought we'd see another one down here or something like that to go after, but that is not the case. And this gives me a new room to growth. And so after reaching critical mass and being blocked down here, we now have some extra room to grow back here. That means that I can also look into upgrading all of these star bases to star fortresses, such as up here. What kind of a defense is that? 2.9k, because I'm putting everything in fleet capacity. As you can see here, 407. So we could still do quite a lot. And I think I've got a couple fleets here in the Vermilion system, which is here, Vermilion. And yeah, I can just keep pumping out cruisers for now to add to that. But let's see what my fleets are doing. These guys are actually pretty damn fast. And so they're meant to go out there, which is okay. And then here, I am going to put shipyards in pretty much all of them. And then I'm thinking some resource silos might be good if we actually get started on some really large projects later on. And now that we have 85 influence, we can also grab this system, which again gives me another colony potentially, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, down here I also started a second sector because we're then gonna conquer all of this, and I didn't feel like eternally switching planets here and then keep going here. Once I found out that, yeah, we are like the Borg, we completely conquered these guys, and once we grab their planets, they're actually pretty much forced into our civilizations. They become cybernetics, and yeah, they're just part of our collective. There's a lot less problem with people not being happy. Never saw a rebellion or anything like that. And just look at this. That's awesome. It's full of them. There's not even a single one of my machines here, and it's working. It's providing me with lots and lots of resources. So really, really awesome. To make this happen and to keep growing, I did use both production and capacity overload for a while, but now I feel like we're stabilizing. I'm not sure if that's where I want to spend my influence. Instead, we are going to try and clean these guys up. As you can tell here, their total numbers are pretty impressive. Same thing here. It's gonna be interesting, but that's why I bought these mercenaries. I don't really mind those guys getting blown up, so we'll send them in first, and then we'll have our other fleets go in there as backup. And let's see how, yeah, that's gonna be 2.8k right off the bat, but that's okay. We can, I think that we'll be able to make this work. And other than that, yeah, I do feel pretty fantastic having conquered the whole right side of the galaxy at this point. And over here we are building more. Yeah, actually I want more. I want even more armies. So we're just gonna keep putting those guys out as well, so that I have a second army to conquer planets with. And over here, basically, we are ready to strike what are they called, the Allied Kedeshi holdings, if we want to as well. So another planetary service, another planet settled. Is that here? They'll do this by themselves, but sometimes I do feel like helping them out with some of my resources once in a while. And anything else of note? Normally, they'll make their own colony ships, and here, for instance, yeah, the other sector actually is sending a colony. So this one comes from all the way up here. A bit unfortunate, but alright, plenty of planets to come after this as well. Governor seems to be approaching the limits of their abilities. Well, as long as they don't die, I don't really mind. Here we get another natural wormhole. Do I have another one? Because I have researched some sort of wormhole travel. Unfortunately not. That is one thing that we are going to need at some point. That is, of course, a massive amount of spaceport, of these gates, I think, so that we can travel with our fleets very quickly from one side of our empire to the other. That's definitely going to become a problem at some point. So let's keep upgrading these guys to starports, and let's wait with the upgrades. Let's see, these 3 small fleets, what am I gonna do with them? So we'll send them over to that one. Let's hope that that works. That was just some build orders that were still there. And I'm also sending in a research ship just so that I can grab that technology if we succeed in clearing these guys out, of course. So here we go.
Construction complete.
What are you doing? You can stay here. In fact, you two can become one fleet. You can just enter orbit. That's absolutely fine. Sometimes, yeah, the controls don't work too well for me for some reason. And I do sometimes set my fleets to weird places. But let's fix this down here. Manage, add this, close, and then we grab this construction ship and just tell it to build everything in the system. Absolutely nice. I should have given that order a long time ago here as well. And then here, I think he's busy. Yeah, he's busy. And so after that, once we get a bit more influence, we can keep going this way. And yeah, look at that growth potential. Oh, we actually have another fleet of space amoeba here. So there we go. Then you can build a starport. And now let's see what's happening here. We have yet another cruiser that doesn't seem to want to join in. Come on, join that fleet. There we go, 6.2k. And now we're going to send them over here.
Construction
just because we need to clear that stuff out as well. Is my situation here? Damn it, giving the wrong order again. That's one of those small fleets actually, so that's not...
Technological acquisition successful.
Let's see. Let's just send him back for now. Technology, that's okay. We'll take the purple ones, I think, as much as possible. And then over here, is everyone ready? Where is my 7.4? These are my mercs. So we're actually going to send them here so that we can have them go in first. Are they? Ooh, they are really that much faster compared to the rest. And there is the other fleet that will be following them. So I'm just gonna send them right in. And let's get to cleaning up these crystals. Then we'll take either, yeah, that maybe for better weapons. I think that can be helpful. And let's see if we can manage that combat. So here come the mercs. Yep, that's the merc fleet.
Hostile fleet assets engaged.
Yep, start fighting. That's quite alright. And yep, here comes the backup at the back there. I think with better range as well. And that's the first wave cleaned up. Go in on the second one, guys. Very good. Let's hope. Yep, 7.2k. So that was definitely the plan. Have these guys take the brunt of the assaults. And now is 1.2k. That'll be easy. But then we get the biggest fleet back here. 2.5k for all of that. So let's see if we can manage this. So 1.2. I don't expect a lot of problem from them. Excellent. And now you guys need to turn in. And again, have my raiders go in first. They are faster, so they are doing that really well, which is awesome. But this is gonna be a bit more incoming firepower as well. Obviously, 7.0k, taking some losses. But now the second line has cleared them out without any problem. And this went so well that I think we're just going to... Actually, we're gonna send them here first. And now I need to do the scientist trick, which means that I need to grab one, if I can, from... Let's see here. Assign a leader and one that is busy commanding. So we'll take you. Yes. And then you can survey this system. And is there nothing for him to... Oh, that's disappointing. No research to be found here. I thought we would have some awesome research, but we don't. Next up, since we have the minerals for it, let's upgrade that as well to another starport. We have plenty of room for these, so that's all looking good. And there we go, colony ship moving in, and then maybe at some point we'll see another one, I'm not sure, for the other planets. Move everyone into position. And I basically think that we can try the assault on Castaba with the crystalline entities main base. So that's all looking decent. What is my main system? Xenacon. Let's just build another cruiser here. And then, yeah, this is gonna be it. Gonna be a little bit of a challenge if we get right in the middle of all of this. That is about as much firepower. Well, no, a bit less than us. But we might suffer some losses here. So let's see how that works out. I'm actually going to retreat a little bit. Now get back in to the front. And we basically want them to not be too close to that base. That's still 2.5k. That is gonna be not fighting us. These are taking the brunt, but these guys are taking some losses as well. But yeah, here is a big fight. This is just all or nothing for the crystalline entities. These guys are staying at range. And 4.2, 4.1k. Yep, the mercs are being used up, which I like. That was actually the plan. Hopefully that can also basically slow them down a little bit, because they do tend to become quite powerful. And that's almost all of their fleets gone. And then we have that to finish with. And yeah, no research projects, I think. Let's grab a research science ship. Yeah, no research projects from all of this. So this is just a massive cleanup effort for our fleets.
System survey complete.
And there they go. The crystal shattered. We have destroyed the crystalline construct. It proved hardier than expected, and some shards have been recovered for study. Should be able to emulate the reconstructive properties. Ooh, during battle. That should be useful. That would be pretty cool.
Construction complete.
There we go. The mercs. Are these the mercs? Let's take a quick look. These are not the mercs. So they're down to 4.2k. One of my fleets did suffer even more than them. Let's see here. These guys, if I'm not mistaken, we're gonna send them back here to the Isval system. And then the others... Actually, we'll send these guys back to my main system. Here, join up with what we've been building there. And then we... Oh, and this is a research project. And so the mercs, we're actually going to put them up on our northern border here as well. So I actually want to start with research this. Then you can survey that system, and then you can survey this system. And this is a Gaia world, so we're definitely gonna wait a little bit before we try to take advantage of that one. So successful cleanup mission. I'm going to allow my fleets to gather back up. Down here we still need to clean these guys up as well. They're actually retreating from my fleet, so let's chase them down. It's looking pretty good. And yeah, let's just keep upping my potential for fleets here. So more star bases need to be upgraded. These guys didn't stand a chance. Let's go for the upgrades.
Technological acquisition successful.
And I would love to grab that wormhole, but at the moment it's not very useful for me. So pop growth speed, lethal lifespan, the system flux, biolab 2. We will take biolab 2. More research is always good, I think.
Construction complete.
And yeah, there we go. I'm gonna keep these guys here, the sapphire lurkers. They can basically keep doing that buffer work against this fallen empire. But look at my growth and look at my potential. Fleet, for instance, 302 out of 414. And yeah, all of these bases still have upgrades in them, so this feels pretty damn good at the moment. And other than that, we've recruited more troops as well. And maybe something that I should show as well here, we have our first habitat in the Xenocon system. And I'm focusing fully on energy here. It's really important for a machine empire. So this one is basically going to become a energy production facility 100%. But yeah, this has been pretty amazing so far. Very good to see that we managed to do the cleanup with the mercenaries taking the brunt of the losses. So that's another problem, something that is not part of our collective that has been cleared out here. And this feels super powerful that these planets are basically now full of our citizens without having to kill everything, replace everything. You just incorporate them, assimilate them, and there we go. We have their planets working for us at this point. So next step, I think, after a bit more prep, we'll go after the Allied Kedeshi holdings. One thing that I'm a bit worried about is that it gives this ancient empire 2 more avenues of attack potentially. But what I might do is push, let's say, up to here. Leave them that so that they can play that buffer. And then go for these guys, for instance. And now the Zetorian Theocracy evangelizing zealots again. With your greeting, we provide spiritual guidance. Well, soon that guidance will become part of us. We would be honored if your great species joins us on this journey. No, you'll join us pretty soon. And there you go, guys. Nice little update, I think. Ooh, I did just lose that a lot of plus in the minerals because that boost from let's see, let's grab this one actually. That boost from the edict is now done. So we'll be slowing down just a little bit, but we'll be forming up our armies pretty soon for another invasion, I think, after we stabilize everything. For now, thank you very much for watching, guys. And as always, I'll see you next time.
Ship fragments dissected.